right, guys, we are on our way to go see The Monkey. And Christina, what are your predictions?
I saw the trailer. You're going into this cold. What are yours? You go first.
So I think this is gonna be like a cursed, like monkey toy that just kills a bunch of people.
Yes.
Am I pretty accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely going to be double-digit body count.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Final Destination kills.
Ooh, I love Final Destination. I do love Final Destination.
Do you know, with your limited knowledge, do you know it's based on, or it's surrounding twin brothers?
No.
Theo James is going to, I guess, play two people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a lot of twin movies coming out this year. There's like 3 of them. Like a lot of twin movies this year. Let me see. What are my other predictions? They're gonna probably just like burn it, right? The little monkey toy. I think they're just gonna burn it, and that's gonna stop the curse and stop all the killings. And I think they're gonna save the day.
Yeah, from the trailer, it kind of seems like this is like a childhood thing. There'll be flashbacks, and maybe there was like a period of safety. But now that maybe they're selling a house, it seemed like maybe they're selling the house. The monkey's back, and isn't probably happy about that, and wants to keep cursing this family, and they got to break this curse. I don't think they're gonna win.
I also think they're gonna go find the person who like built it, like who made the toy, and then they're gonna be like, you can't get rid of the curse, you can't get rid of it, it's gonna hunt you for, it's gonna be that. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I think they'll think they've won, but the last shot's gonna be on the monkey and a new family.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Okay.
Cool. Those are our predictions.
Wait, do you think both brothers will survive?
One will sacrifice himself for the other one.
Yeah, one's gonna die.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Cool. We'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, guys. We just got out of seeing The Monkey, February 22nd, a little horror matinee.
Yep.
This film is based on a Stephen King short story.
Yep.
Directed by Osgood Perkins. You like him.
Yep, the son of Anthony Perkins, who was in the movie Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this movie was about 2 like twin brothers.
Theo James.
Yep, who plays both roles, and he has this wind-up monkey toy that his father leaves them after he actually leaves them literally and abandons them. And this monkey turns out to be cursed and pretty much murders everyone around them. And I wish I could say it brought them closer as brothers, but it did not. I think our predictions were our predictions accurate on this one?
I said it was going to be a new family at the end. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. That wasn't it.
Yeah. So, what were your initial thoughts? You're not a big fan of horror movies?
No.
So how did you feel about this one?
So I will say, if anybody doesn't like gore, this isn't for you. And I don't like gore.
That's
but it's gore done in a way that doesn't make you feel sick. Because it's so... How would you describe it? It makes it so
campy.
Lightly.
It's very like campy. Yeah, it's not gore to just, it's not like like the Saws and stuff like that. I think it's just like very campy, meant to be ridiculous. It's meant for you to laugh at it. Yeah.
We did get into the double digits with death.
Yeah, what do we say? You say about 14?
I counted 14
Deaths.
outside of like mass casualties that were just window dressing at that point, but like 14 deaths on scene.
I would say anywhere between like 15 and 20.
Mm-hmm,
yeah. And it was like back to back to back.
Yeah.
And that was also like the funny part about it too, is that they knew this is very ridiculous, so we're just going to throw it back to back to back at you, and you just have to keep up.
I was disappointed that I feel like we were laughing the most, and other people, I feel like we're taking it too seriously. I think you're supposed to laugh.
That and I think it's because Osgood Perkins, his last movie was Longlegs, and it was one of the best horror movies that came out last year, but it was not a comedic horror movie.
Okay.
It was just straight horror, and I think people went into this thinking that. So I will say, if you were a fan of Longlegs, you will appreciate the cinematography in The Monkey, because I thought the cinematography was great. It is a comedy though, so we were the only ones laughing, but everyone else was super deadpan, like taking everything very serious. And you could tell the movie was trying to make us laugh, and it did that for me. But
Taking a step back to your original question, I actually really liked it.
Yeah, I did too.
I really liked it.
I did too. And you know why? Because I think we knew it was a comedy.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't think it's a comedy, you're not going to enjoy it. But this was really funny.
And very deep. by the way, in the themes.
Yeah, the themes were super like really good with like in terms of the family and
Yeah.
him and his like son. I thought that story was like as the B story,
Yeah.
that was really good. All the performances were really good. Man, yeah, I do have like man, I don't want to go right to MVP, but at least like you know what? This was my favorite scene and MVP. Well, I won't even say he's my MVP, but my favorite scene was the funeral. I think
Yes.
the
pastor.
the pastor was probably the best. No, yeah, he is.
was
He's
the
my favorite
best.
character. He was
Yeah.
probably my favorite character. So casual, just kind of like. What do you think? Was he like
He
was
was dropping
young?
truths.
He was like a youth pastor, right? He's like a
don't
youth.
know
He seemed
about
really
that.
young. He
Yeah.
seemed like a young guy, but he was just like went up there and he was just like
The eulogies, man.
the eulogy was just so funny. He's just like, yeah, you know, do I know why God took her? You know, I don't know, but God did. You know, God knows why. He was just so casual.
Why
It was
her?
so funny.
Why not you?
That was so good. Yeah, he was probably that was like my favorite. That's when I knew I was like, oh, this is a comedy. That's when
Yeah.
I knew nobody laughed. I think at that scene, nobody laughed. And there was 15 people
Yes,
in the
including
theater.
us.
This was the most, I think, in terms of like,
This year, this is the most we've shared a theater with people.
yeah, which is fair because this is the earliest that we've gone to go see a movie, but no. So was he also your MVP?
He was.
Yeah?
I was the whole time it was happening. I'm like, I can't wait to talk to Chris about this guy. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I was trying to think of who else might have been. Did you have another
The
favorite?
realtor was funny. They
The
had some funny
realtor-
side
The
characters.
realtor was really funny. The boss, who was like
Oh,
younger
yeah,
than him,
see?
right? He was
Yeah.
obviously younger than him.
just vaping the whole time.
Yeah, just vaping, blowing smoke in his face, just like, oh man, you got a son? That's crazy. What? You guys live together? It was so like, yeah. All the characters, I will say, the dialogue in this movie was very just like aware. It was like almost, it was a very self-aware in
Mhm.
terms of who the characters were. It's like we know typically in a horror movie, the priest would be very serious. He would say this thing, and they did a good job at making fun of those tropes. Just kind of making fun of it. Like, yeah, we know this boss is super like much younger than he is, but nobody took their stuff seriously. Like, no, it was like almost like no one took any of this. Like people were dying, and they would just shrug their shoulders like, huh, okay, well, that's
Yeah.
what the monkey wanted. All right, next scene. It was very much so like that.
All right, let's get into the plot.
The plot.
What do you think of the?
I
beginning
thought
to end?
I do love that it went straight into it. The first thing you see is the monkey. You immediately see that the dad, like their dad, is like he's already
pilot.
he's been through hell already, and you can kind of see that.
blood.
And him trying to get rid of this monkey, and then it kind of goes from there, like bounces. You know, that becomes the catalyst.
Mhm.
I thought the plot was really solid. I think, like I said, I love him and the son trying to rekindle their relationship. I wish I saw a little bit more of that, or just I felt like I wish they. I don't know what it was. I wanted something more out of that though, the father and son relationship. How about you though? What did you think of the plot?
It was so freaking good. I don't even know where to begin or end. I don't know
Yeah.
where to start. So keep in mind was it
The
basically
first half?
50-50? It was the son.
They did a great job at that.
It was him as a kid. Oh, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
not
Yeah.
Hal's son. It was Hal and Bill as kids.
Yes.
I didn't think it was going to be that long of a movie.
But they did it. I love that.
Theo James's voiceover, great.
Yeah.
I often find people who are not American do better American accents than the reverse. I know. I always
That's
forget he's
interesting.
not American.
He's not?
No, he's not.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he can pull off that American accent
They're
clean.
good at
though.
man. Is he British?
He is, I believe.
British man.
Yeah.
Man.
So okay, I love that there was so much. It was sort of like a mirror between
Mhm.
the first half and the second half.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the twins. So
Yeah.
I caught a couple things that I think were symbolism for good versus
Oh, look at
evil,
you, because
I think.
okay, let's
Okay.
know. Yeah. 'Cause-
Only two actually.
Okay.
So after their babysitter died, this is all spoilers.
Yes, it is. If you don't know, this
By
is
now in this
yeah.
channel. So after the babysitter dies and they're sitting with their mom, they're eating ice cream in the cemetery.
Right.
Bill had dark chocolate.
I did notice that.
Hal was vanilla white.
Yep. Like that
Um,
innocence versus
right.
yeah, that was good.
There's also Apple products. Apple only allows its products to be used by good characters. So
Oh, I didn't know
Hal
that.
had an iPhone, but Bill, you never saw him. He was all like payphones or like voice recordings.
Oh, I never
yeah.
knew that.
So I'm
Huh.
like, ooh.
Okay.
That's all I could remember off
From
top
the
of
plot.
head.
But no,
Yeah.
going back to your point though, I thought this did a good job. Like thinking about the movies we've seen right so far, this did a great job because this is what I wanted from the Wolfman. I wanted more of the main character as a kid and getting that backstory, and I thought this movie did a great job at that. And then going back to Love Hurts that we saw recently with the voiceovers. In that movie, it felt like the voiceover was just like, oh, well, why are you using it? It
Yeah.
wasn't really a driving factor. This movie did a great job of using that voiceover to give you backstory, but also continue to like keep you involved in the story. It just did a good job with using the voiceover
Right.
throughout. I thought that was really the narration. I mean, yeah,
It
the
was great.
narration was really great.
I thought it was so interesting that the movie starts with the twins going through their father's stuff to get to know him. And when you
Mm,
jump forward in time, Petey is asking his dad, "Hey, I want to help you go through your aunt's stuff." He clearly they're both there's
yeah,
the trauma continues. They
yeah.
were abandoned,
Hmm.
and now Hal is abandoning his kid.
That was a reoccurring, yeah,
Yeah,
very reoccurring theme of like the
it was
dad,
fantastic.
yeah, dad having to deal with this thing
Yeah.
and passing it along, but also kind of like, yeah, it was like definitely a good movie in terms of like father son
Mhm.
relationships. I was gonna say too, I love just a little bit that it's Adam Scott, right, who plays the pilot, who's their dad, who's also known for Parks and Rec, also known for Severance, which
Mhm.
we should definitely check out. But the casting, yeah, the casting, like I said, was really good in this movie. I thought it was really phenomenal. And then I think
Yeah.
the mom who I'm forgetting the actress's name, but she played like She-Hulk.
Mhm.
She was a weird one. She was such a weird like mom.
Tatiana
Y-
Maslany.
Yeah, she was so like weird. Just like the advice she would give them, like take care of your teeth, and she would
Take
be
care of
like,
your gut.
yeah, or just like when their babysitter died and she was just like, let's just go dancing.
Mhm.
And then there was a part where she was just like, well, everybody dies. You're gonna die, your friends are gonna die, your family, I'm gonna die. Some of us gruesome. Some of us, and I was just like, yo, she is
Your pets
so,
are gonna die.
yeah, she was so weird. But then I had to take a step back and be like, oh, I forget, this is a comedy. They're probably like making fun of,
But they're also this film's also just about accepting death, right?
Yeah, it's like death is all around you. At the very end, we get like
Yeah.
literal death. Like we literally get a chance to see that. I thought that was cool too. I love that they added in that part of this like magical element, which made sense because this monkey it was like it's magical in terms of how it would kill people and stuff like that. But I love that they brought like actual death at the end on the pale horse and everything. That was cool.
That was. I was trying to, and I'm probably gonna need to sleep on it and think about it. Think of, were the deaths totally random, or was
It was just it seemed that way. It seemed like because when they unfortunately, which is here's the thing, right? Cursed items like movies about cursed objects. Somehow, the worst thing that could happen, of course, is a yard sale. When you have a cursed object, because whether it's a Chucky doll or this monkey, it's gonna end up at a yard sale. Somebody's gonna buy it, and then a bunch of people. It's like that's the worst thing you can do. So I felt like it was random in terms of like it ended up at a yard sale, and then you just had people around the town pretty much dying. Um, Least favorite characters, I will say this is the high school girls that like bullied him like throughout. Those girls, oh my
was
god.
that overkill? I don't know. I still liked it for whatever reason. I just accepted
It was
everything in this
just well,
film.
it was just so random too because
And
at
in the
one
90s, by the way,
it
when
was
they're kids,
99
1999. There's no,
1999.
were there? I don't know. I was 8.
Yeah, I was
Were
5.
there
Yeah.
bands of like mean girls picking on the nerd?
Yeah,
Who was
probably.
the jocks?
But there was like
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. I just like how it was like a model UN of bullies because they were all of different ethnicities, and then
That
they would
too.
like be waiting on him and just like he like
Give us your pants, kid.
yeah, it's like yeah, two people can't wear the pants in the house. Give us your pants. I was like, bro, man, if you don't swing on one of these girls, man, come on, man. Which was the catalyst that led to a lot of things too. That's the thing too, right? That wasn't pointless. Like those
Yeah.
characters being there is what pushed him to
He
like
wanted revenge
wind the monkey
because
exactly.
his brother was the one who set them up.
Yeah, and then the brother didn't help either. The brother. So
Okay,
revenge.
let's talk about revenge.
Yes. So how do you? So what do you? Yeah. So what do you rank this high like amongst revenge movies, or do you feel like this movie is unique in the way
It's
that
unique.
yeah, in its own okay. In what ways would you say?
Well, again, I'm not much of a horror person, but it's like horror light, or it's
Mm.
everything's
Okay.
like something lighter. So
Okay.
I I want to talk about revenge because it's clearly showing nothing good comes from wanting revenge.
That, and also I feel like I think what I appreciate about like this type of revenge movie is I don't know, I like that it has that magical element to it. The character is very motivated, but it's also hilarious because it's like they're twin brothers, and then the brother's like, "You killed my mom," and then and the other brother's like, "Well, she was also my mom," and he's just like, "You are so right. I didn't even like legitimately." He was like, "You're right. We're brothers, and we had the same mom." It was so funny because at one point, as the audience, I got confused. I was like, "Wait, are they not? Is he adopted?" And then they were like, "No, no, no, we are." Bro, I was like, "Oh, okay." I thought that was so funny. Yeah, I thought this was a funny revenge movie. I guess. Yeah, it was very funny.
A little bit more I want to talk about the plot, but to pause for a second, what did you think of Theo James playing the twins and the different
He did
characters he
all right.
played?
He did okay. I think sometimes it's easier, right, when you one is evil, one is good. But I thought he did really well at knowing which one is the stray character and which one can he have more comedic like room to because I felt like in the evil twin he allowed himself to be a little bit more funnier, which I thought he did really well at. Yeah, I thought he did good for a twin performance.
As the evil twin, what type of hairstyle is that? He had a mullet.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
yeah, that was really funny. And as the other one is just like glasses
Yep.
to let you know like he's very innocent. He's not really. I thought he did really good. His performance was really great as the twins.
My favorite scene was him yelling, "We have to make like eggs and scramble
Oh
like his
yeah,
mom."
and
but
scared and
the
like
way he
scared
yelled-
that. Yeah, that was so funny because I when actors do that, I always wonder like what was the direction that Osgood gave him to be like, hey, he probably said it calmly, but then he probably was like, hey, I want you to scream this like the world is ending, and I felt like he definitely did that really well. And it was funny because the next cutscene was his son just being like, bro, like why'd you scream like that? Like why? The son was great too. That was another great performance too. I thought the son did really good. I liked his character a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was really good. I feel like I will say I think you will like this movie if you are a fan of just like really good horror comedies. I thought this was really great. If you liked Happy Death Day, if you like movies like Ready or Not, I'm a big like horror comedy fan. You will like this movie, I think, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
And me as a Theo James fan, that was actually a drawing force for me because I like him as an actor.
yeah. You said he was in. I know
The
all
Gentleman.
the Divergent
recently.
movies. He
Oh,
was right. I think he's in that whole series
I only watched the first one.
and White Lotus.
I like it too much.
White
Great in White
Lotus. Yeah,
Lotus.
he was good in White Lotus.
He's having a moment.
Yeah.
He's very popular right now.
I was trying to think if there's anything else. Let me also check our list to see if there's anything else. We said our MVPs, our favorite scene.
The only thing I'd say to wrap up the plot, I guess, and that's my fault for going out of order, was
No, you're good.
the acceptance of death, because that's how it ends, right? Literally, it looks like death is riding in on a horse, which was vocally said even,
Mm-hmm.
but Hal nodding his head to him and accepting him. And that's why, because it seemed like the whole movie they're trying to stop death. You can't stop death. Let's throw the monkey down the well and no one will die.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah.
I love that moment. Oh my God, horror.
Yeah. I thought it was
you,
great.
horror
Yeah.
genre.
They did a great job. And I think it speaks to Osgood Perkins. I think
Mhm.
his directing ability. Yeah. I think it was really. Yeah, I like the way you're right. I think it was just like you can't avoid death no matter what you can do. I kind of like the themes were very upfront.
Yeah.
It wasn't like buried to where as an audience member you got to go home and watch it again. It's like no, it's right there in front of you and it's very clear and I kind of appreciate that about it.
Right.
Where I get it and I enjoy the experience in the moment.
And they could only do that overkill of like half the town dying
Mm-hmm.
because it was horror light.
Yeah.
You're not taking it that seriously. I mean, at the end, guys, there's a woman running around with her baby carriage on fire.
Yeah, that was insane.
A surfboard
Yeah.
threw someone into a tree.
And a couple who just got married while skydiving also. It was so many random. Or the lady who was like on the golf course.
With
She got
the-
killed by a snake.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because I would have jumped to alligator because those are always finding those on a
They're
golf course.
inane.
Yeah, that was so funny and just random. The other thing I want to say, we went to AMC, so with AMC, we're always going to get an experience. Here's what we learned today. If you're an AMC member, you will be if you are a guest,
I'm a peasant.
yeah, like they were like we went into the theater
I
And
scanned first.
yeah, you scanned before I did, and then I showed him my phone, and he was like, "Oh, wow, AMC member. This guy, he's an AMC member." And he said my name, like legitimately said my
Full
name.
named you Christopher.
Yeah, he was like, "Christopher." Oh my God, theater 14, sir. Theater 14. And then like when you showed him yours, he was just like, okay, I don't even know what theater you're in. Go find it. Just knock on the doors and go through them. I don't know. I was like, okay, that was the first time that's ever happened. That's never happened before.
I guess matinees.
The
special
matinees, they
treatment.
treat you a little bit better. Even when I got the icy, right? The guy was like, "Whoa, you're an AFC member." Oh my God. And I was just like, yeah, I am. He's like, "Theater 14, sir." Theater.
Not making
He
this
got
up.
really emotional.
The lady cleaning the popcorn.
Yeah, she said hi or something. I was like, "What?"
Not me.
Yeah, I was like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Okay, this is getting weird. Why you guys are treating me?"
They watched our channel.
Yeah, I think they saw what I said about the nachos, and I didn't even get nachos today. And they probably would have gave me everything I wanted today. I should have took advantage of this, but I did not, because I don't take advantage of power. When I get the power, you know what I mean? That I don't take advantage. You know what I mean? I just treat it, very casually.
What about theater etiquette?
Oh my God! Listen, this is for all for all you people out there. If if there are still people sitting in the seats when you show up to the theater, and your movie hasn't even started. Matter of fact, the trailers haven't even started for your movie yet. Let people gather their things and move out. Like, you don't have to because this is what happens, right? So we see the movie, we watch the movie, and we stay afterwards because there is a teaser trailer for Osgood Perkins' next movie. So we watched the teaser trailer, and there's a few of us still in there. It's not like we're not the only people in the theater.
They were still cleaning.
They were still cleaning. They turned the screen off completely. The lights are up. And I'm gathering my stuff, right? We're getting ready to head out. And this dude literally I'm getting my bag. Buddy steps right up to me. All I see is feet. Literally all I see is some work boots. And I look down and I'm like, dude's just standing there. I'm like, "Oh, my bad, bro. Am I on your way?" Buddy has a mask on. He's like, "Yeah, yeah." I was like, "Bro." I was like, "My G." I said it. I was very nice about it, but I was like, "Bro, why are y'all here so early? Bro? The trailer for your movie hasn't even started yet, bro. Matter of fact, technically, these still ain't even your seats yet.
They are assigned seats. No one's gonna fight you for them.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Especially in an empty theater, bro. Buddy ran up on me like, "Man, yeah. If you can move, me and my girl are here now." Like, bro, you rushing us up out of here, bro, to see what, bro? The movie ain't even, bro. It's like movie theater etiquette, bro. Somebody's sitting in your seats and your movie don't start for the next probably 30 minutes. Like, bro, just.
Nicole's not coming on for a while.
Right. Nicole Kidman ain't even got she ain't even put her bedazzled suit on yet. And you all up in my space. Tell us, yeah, these are our seats. Like, bro, relax, bro. That's all I gotta say. Relax. All right.
Wait, so what would you give this film?
Man, where would I rank it? Because I feel like I want to tell people to go to the theater, but I wouldn't get, I feel like you can also get the same experience if you watch it at home. I do feel that. But it's a great movie, too. What's a 3? What's the 3 for us? A 3 is it's we can see it. It's really what?
It's definitely middle range. You're
middle range.
Indifferent. Because you don't not like it. I mean, I give this a 4. I really liked it.
I would say I'm between a 3 and a 4.
Really?
I'd say a 3.5.
Higher for me.
Yeah, I would say a
Wow.
3.5. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3.5.
I think this has been my favorite so far this year.
Yeah, out of all the ones we've seen, really better than One of Them Days.
Oh,
we ranked that pretty high.
Oh wait,
we
they were
scored
both 4s. Actually, One of Them Days might have been a 4.5 for me. You're right.
Yeah.
It's just because this is immediate.
Yeah. I like it.
No,
so
you're
you
right.
so you officially become a horror fan.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, you hear that first, folks?
No.
Christina's a horror fan.
I am selectively. There are some trailers we saw where I'm like, Chris, I think you should see this.
Yeah.
And tell me about it. And
that's very.
Do you want to talk about actually some of the trailers? Because there's one that dropped. Didn't say when it's gonna play. The one with the summer camp.
Yeah, I don't even know what that movie's about.
I love me a good horror Like,
Who
because
is?
it reminds me of Friday the 13th.
Yeah, and the kid from Stranger
Stranger
Things, he's
Things.
in it.
I don't,
He's in it,
I
but I don't
remember it
know what
was
the title.
neon.
Yeah, it's made by the same company who made yeah. We have to see what that.
I
Yeah,
want
we
to see
definitely
that
gotta check
one.
that out. What's our next movie, by the way?
We have to check the calendar, actually. This is the first time we're not prepared.
Oh yeah, cause it's Oh right, cause we're about to go into March.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good movies coming out next month though. Mickey 17 is coming out.
And I hope we don't wait until then. Special guest star appearance to come, guys. For
Yeah,
Mickey
special guest
17.
star for that one. And yeah, I don't know what other movies come out for March. I'm probably gonna put it in here though. I'm gonna definitely put the movies we'll probably go like see next. But yeah, I thought this was a great movie though. This was really good.
If you don't like horror but your friend wants to see it, I think you'll be surprised.
Perfect. Yep. Perfect.
I think you should be the person in the theater laughing if people aren't laughing.
Yes,
'cause
this
it's
is a
funny.
comedy. Yeah, just
think-
gotta go into it knowing it's like, do not take it serious. That's all. Don't go into it taking it serious.
It was so weird because the death that got the most reaction was the pool scene.
It did? I didn't even notice.
That
It
was the
probably
most
did.
laughs, and
Okay.
I'm like, this feels a little weird.
Yeah, I think people were laughing. They'd be like, am I supposed to laugh to this?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
But you know what I loved?
Mm.
There was this moment where one of the deaths involved a gun. And so it just went off. That was
the
a
real
freak
estate.
accident.
Yeah.
The camera pans. So Theo James Howell is
Mhm.
looking out the door, and there's a poster there. Did you catch that? The poster said, "Guns don't kill people. People kill people."
Oh yeah, I think it was like in the mirror or something, right? Or something like that. That was really
I thought
good.
that was cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. Wow, you really like? I was surprised.
I
I'm
really
really
liked
glad to. I'm glad. So we know horror comedies. You do appreciate horror comedies.
I still think I'm selective. If it
Yeah.
wasn't Theo James, I don't know if I really like him as an actor. I don't know if
Yeah. No, he was great. He's really good. We got to make a list at the end too, like just best performances out of the people like all the movies we've seen. Yeah.
Wait, can
I
we
think so,
also
yeah.
talk about that B plot of that random emo kid?
Oh yeah, the kid. Yeah,
Who
he's.
found the monkey, and it made him think of his dad, and it was again an abandonment thing.
Yeah, he was. So the last movie I saw him in was Halloween Ends, and he played like the new Michael Myers. But his character was very interesting too, because I feel like, I think it just spoke to the theme, right? The theme of his father also abandoned him. Like their father was a pilot, his father being a cop, and yeah, I felt like it would have been nice to see more of his character, a little bit more backstory, I guess. But then
No, it
because
was
they would just be
perfect.
repeating. Yeah, it would just be repeating it. But his death was pretty cool too.
It still didn't feel like It still didn't feel like the theme was being beaten to death over our heads.
No, I think it was just it was enough to make you like kind of understand like what this story is like
These
truly
small
about.
towns.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it.
Yeah, this was a great movie. Like I said, we highly recommend it. You should definitely check it out.
And TBD on our next one.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't know.
Christina's a horror movie fan
I'm
now,
not.
guys.
I'm really
She's a
not.
huge fan.
I could probably count on one hand how many I like. This, and actually, I think this makes the cut now.
That's fine.
Very solid.
Yeah.
Fun matinee.
Yes. Cool. Well, until next time.
Bye,
See-
guys.